Yeah, I'm just kind of stunned at this. I don't really have anything else to say like to start this off. Earlier today, I watched The Wonderful Story of Henry Sugar. If you're not aware of this, the eclectic director Wes Anderson, he is releasing four short films on the Netflix, which started today with The Wonderful Story of Henry Sugar. And it's going through the next couple days, releasing one short a day over on the Netflix. This is the first one of them. Since this is the longest of the four, to my knowledge, I'm getting, and also the highest profile. I'm gonna keep this a separate video, and I will review the other three in its own video sometime next week. I will also say that in the terms of Wes Anderson, I actually rewatched Asteroid City recently, and I have some updated thoughts on it. I'm going to do a video on that too, like sometime next month. In terms of concept of this, two of the short stories, this and I believe the other one is called The Swan, are pulled from a Roald Dahl anthology novel of just short stories that Dahl wrote, and Wes Anderson is just making four of them in the short films. And as I've probably explained already, the first one is The Wonderful Story of Henry Sugar. The gist of this is that there is a rich man who found this guide from a guru from a long time ago that helped him, quote, see without his eyes, or see without using his eyes. And this rich man uses it to, or tries to master this skill to cheat at gambling, pretty much. The cast of this is pretty incredible as well. There are four main performances, and they come from Benedict Cumberbatch, Dev Patel, Ben Kingsley, and Ralph Fiennes, who is, like, at least in terms of Wes Anderson world, a lot of people like that acting troupe. I'm pretty sure this is the first time that Fiennes has appeared in anything Wes Anderson related since the Grand Budapest Hotel. So for them, this is a very big moment. And I would like to say that I talked about Wes Anderson's very signature style, and actors try to come in on it. I don't think some of them adapt to it really well. Like, for example, even though I do like Asteroid City a little bit better, I still don't think Tom Hanks really adapted to that style pretty well. Although in The French Dispatch, which might be one of my favorite Wes Anderson movies in general, I think Jeffrey Wright, especially for the first time he was in one of his movies, just knocked it out of the park and should be in every Wes Anderson movie at this point. And I feel that way about Benedict Cumberbatch. I think he knocks it out of the park. I'm kind of shocked he wasn't like already a staple in the Wes Anderson acting troupe. Maybe they're going to trademark that. I don't know. But even that, on top of that, I also think this is a career best for Benedict Cumberbatch. Like in a career that's full of amazing performances, I just think that specifically is gonna be a massive highlight for him as the years go on. And I think the same thing's gonna go for Dev Patel. I thought he was wonderful in this, although there's a weird little character thing, which is a framing of the story itself, that they used mainly with Dev Patel's character, that they just kept going overboard with. If it went on any longer, it would get a little more annoying. But this is a short film. I can get past it. Ben Kingsley also does great work as the guru who can see without his eyes, and there is this pretty incredible monologue he has with this changing background that is stunning and might be one of my favorite scenes of the whole year. And I guess that's where I'm going to move on to the visuals of this movie, where they are the most stage play-esque I think Wes Anderson has ever gone, because you can even see there's people moving backgrounds back and forth and different sets happening in real time seemingly. And as someone who is a sucker for that kind of stuff, just it blows my mind. To bring up The French Dispatch again, it actually has a visual style similar to that, where it's just pulling all these different elements that are in its production design and in technical aspects as well, just continuing the pull from each other in all these different ways and working together in this pretty incredible dance almost. Even in structure, it feels similar to The French Dispatch, because Ralph Fiennes in this actually plays Roald Dahl. He is essentially narrating this, and then we have different narrators in the form of Cumberbatch's character and Patel's character, and just all these Like, so many different elements coming into play. It's like Inception, but with storytelling. I feel like since I've mentioned every other actor that's in this, I also need to mention Richard Ayoade, who probably has the smallest role out of the actors that are in this, because these are the only actors in this short film. But I did like his performance as well, so just gotta put that out there. And I guess we'll find out really soon, within like less than 24 hours, but I'm pretty sure this is gonna be the same cast for all the different short films. Maybe there's one new person in there, but I'm pretty sure that Ralph Fiennes is gonna be a third line of playing Roald Dahl throughout all of these. But I don't know that for sure. I'm probably gonna be disproven in like a few hours from when this goes up. I do have to say why I'm so positive about this compared to the first time I saw Asteroid City is because I think this was the moment that I realized that making Henry Sugar a short film is the best thing they could have done. Because I don't think I could have taken like an hour and 40 minutes of this. If this was an hour longer, I feel like this would have really worn out its welcome. Like, this being a short film was best case scenario for this. And part of me even goes, yeah, I think his style much more suits short films, like in little bursts of things like that. And part of me even wants to say he should make more short films like this than feature-length films. Although I'm pretty sure he's about to, well, at least when the SAG strikes finish, I'm pretty sure they're about to go to work on his next movie, so okay. Yeah, those are my thoughts on the wonderful story of Henry Sugar. I feel like Wes Anderson and company, and literally everyone, even behind the scenes, in front of the camera, everyone, they're all firing, like, they're firing on all cylinders here. That they're pretty much like, they know what this is, they know what they're dealing with, and they all just go in and do what they want. I think, as I said earlier, I think this has career best performances from Benedict Cumberbatch and Dev Patel. Ben Kingsley, Ralph Fiennes, and Richard Ayoade are all pretty great as well. And just, this is setting the bar pretty high for the next short films. I'm going to give the wonderful story of Henry Sugar a 9 out of 10. I feel like this is a pretty incredible experience. And it feels like that something that's, since it's going to be on Netflix, it feels like it's going to be destined to get something like a Criterion Collection release with the other 3 short films coming. It feels destined for that in a couple of years. Alright, if you've seen the wonderful story of Henry Sugar, I know it's a mouthful, I know I said just Henry Sugar in a couple of these. If you've seen it, what did you think about it? This is the first time I'm really covering a big short film that's come out, so I like a little bit of a challenge for these videos. So if you've seen Henry Sugar, what did you think about it? Let me know in the comments below. Stay tuned for my thoughts on the other 3 short films coming out later this week. And I will see you in the next video. See ya!